do this one thing if you're considering getting back on it, especially if you're considering doing it come January. Okay, so New Year resolutions and stuff aside, if you're looking to get back on it because the last 10 months have been difficult and you've let your health and fitness slip to the wayside and you feel that January is going to be the time, or whenever it is, you feel that now is the time for you to get back on it, right? To get back into something. Do this one tip, do this one thing for me, and that is go easy, okay? Go easy, go easier than you would have done, because what most people do come January or whenever they think about getting back on it, which kind of implies that they fell off it in the first place, is to go easier on yourself. You don't have to completely annihilate yourself and punish yourself come the next time you get back on it, because it just isn't a good way to approach it. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach, because if you get back on it and you give it full beans, as I say, and like you're going hell for leather from the outset, what will happen is that first week is hell on earth. You feel like you've been run over by a truck and you're really, really sore, and you're then out of action come the second week of January, because you've gone too hard, you've gone out of the blocks too hard in the first week of January. So if you have found that you've fallen off the wagon and you're getting back on it again, and it's a cycle that you've been on for however long you can remember, then maybe it's a clue that the way that you've been trying to do it in the past, i.e. the all or nothing approach, has not worked. It hasn't worked, because if it did work, you would still be doing it. You would never actually fall off the wagon, or you would fall off the wagon a lot less frequently than you have been doing. Okay, so do me that one cheesy quaver favor. That is, go easier on yourself the next time you get back on it, okay? Whether it's you're going to start exercising again because you haven't done so for a while. Like this year, so many people, we've seen an explosion of people going and starting up running as a way to get fit, which is fabulous. I love seeing that. But the approach and the classic mistake I still see happening is when people go out and they've started running and they haven't ran for ages, but then they just go all out, full of enthusiasm, which is totally natural, but then a week down the line they're absolutely crippled, nobbled, or however you want to call it, because they haven't been wearing the right trainers, or because they didn't get a warm-up, or because they've just done far too much too soon. I know you're eager, but you've got to stem that eagerness so that you can keep it up for a longer period of time, i.e. for the rest of your life. Because this is the game. It's working out what you can do regularly. You get to do this thing regularly if and when you find that right mix for your own personal lifestyle. So going back to, if you're thinking of getting back on it and moving, go easy on yourself with the exercise. If you're thinking about improving your nutrition, go easy and don't completely overhaul your entire diet, right? Change little things that you know that you're going to be able to keep up for the next lifetime of yours, not for the next week, not just for the next month, but for a lifetime. And that takes small habits, not massive changes. It's an accumulation of the small habits which are going to accumulate into you actually changing your lifestyle, right? Rather than falling off the wagon and coming back on again. So the third thing that you could be improving is, wanting to get stronger so that you are physically stronger and fitter to be able to keep up with everything that life throws at you. all of the plates that you have to juggle. Okay? And the fourth thing is your mindset. Maybe you're looking to improve your mental health this year and get back on it. Again, approach it with not caution, but approach it a little bit easier. Don't go all out. Don't go 100% because you will burn out. You've got to warm yourself up. You've got to break yourself in rather than completely change everything, and then before you know it, you're back to square one because you couldn't keep it up. You couldn't sustain it. All right? That's my 2p anyway, on if you're considering getting back on it. I'd much rather you got back on it this one more time, and never actually fell off again. And that just takes practice. That just takes getting the right guidance. That just takes having the right support around you. And that just takes learning the skills that you need for your own toolkit so that you can continue and never fall off again. Something to consider.